does take a while.
Alright. Well, we have Mustangs lined up at least. We got 4 minutes. Good old Chiefs.
Mainland High School is following guidelines from the CDC and asks that all please socially distance as best possible. Masks are required.
Actually, we're still following CDC guidelines. We're both vaccinated.
Yeah.
What is up with position number 4 for Buena?
Yeah, so it's the center fielder, and it's number 7, Charlie, Sagliem
It just fit.
and he's the center fielder.
Yeah, should probably fix that.
Snack bar is open. Per ounce snack bar open today.
Alright. I pushed the string because we're probably going to do the national anthem. Because we're still taking IO.
Yeah.
put up the stream because it's 4:01, so that way if anybody's...
Oh, what's up?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, I pushed it out. Are you concerned about defensive positions?
Yeah, it'd be a good touch since we're not the full Monty out there. I can talk you through it. That way you don't have to look at the card twice.
What's that?
Yes, I can talk you through it. That way you don't have to look at the card twice. Sharon Elliott, Sands, Sharp, Levin, Egigian, Wood, Petty. Okay. Just tell me when you're ready. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab.
All right, left field.
For
Mainland.
Mainland, Joe Sheeran, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Sheeran, Sheeran. Center field,
Sheeren.
A-N.
Center field.
23, Mark, M-A-R-K, Elliott, E-L-L-I-O-T-T.
Right.
22, Clayton, C-L-A-Y-T-O-N, Sands.
I'm gonna put the camera up. Although they're not gonna hear anything. So okay, let's keep going. First base.
First base, 24, Alex Agigian, A-G-I-G-I-A-N.
Agigian.
Yep. Hello and welcome, everybody. You're watching BFA Sports coverage of today's high school matchup. It's Cape Atlantic League action. The visiting Chiefs of Buena are here in Linwood to take on the Mainland Mustangs. For BFA Sports, I'm Doug Stasic, and we are bringing you special coverage of what we're dubbing BFA Scout Cam. So we got two cameras here today. One, the pitching shot that everyone is tuning in to see, as Chase Petty will be taking the hill for the Mustangs, and we'll have a roving camera on the sidelines. But for now, let's look at the visiting lineups of the Buena Chiefs. Leading off at third base will be Skylar Lumberg. Over at second, batting second, is Trey Carano. Starting at short, number 22, Riley Betts. Your cleanup hitter is center fielder Charlie Sagliambenni. Starting pitcher on the hill will be Dante Koya. Designated hitter will be Matt Carugno. Your first baseman is number 13, Anthony Pantaleone. Left fielder is Zach Strauss. And rounding out the starting lineup is the catcher, Frank Pantaleone. And you can see the starting pitcher is Dante Koya. And they will be facing the Mainland Mustang defense. And left to right in the outfield will be Joe Sheeran. Mark Elliott is in center, while Clayton Sands is in right. Third baseman in the hot corner will be Sam Wood. Luke Sharp over at short. Brody Levin is at second. Alex Ajijian at first. Your starting catcher is Cole Campbell. And, of course, starting pitcher is Chase Petty. So we are just about ready to roll as we see the coaches at home plate meeting with the home plate umpire, going over the ground rules. And we'll be stepping aside for the playing of our national anthem. All right, and we are ready for baseball on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And it is a Cape Atlantic matchup. And as the Mustangs toss the ball around the fence, it will be facing Chase Petty. Petty, in his last outing, threw a complete game, 18 strikeout, no hitter. And he is looking to impress upon a bunch of guys who are sitting again behind the backstop. But Petty remains cool as the other side of the pillow as he comes out time and again, and he's looking to have some fun out there on the hill. Talking to Petty, that's the one thing he enjoys most about this game, and that was his biggest goal for this senior year. Number one, leave it all out there, as there's no looking back. You only get to do this high school thing once. And even more important for him, do what he can to help lead Mainland to a state championship in this final chapter of his high school career. And we're looking forward to bringing you that coverage today here on BFA. We've gone through the starting lineups, and a takeaway note for Buena is that, fortunately, yesterday they had a teammate suffer an injury. Initially, John Shukovsky was going to be your starting pitcher for the Chiefs. Unforeseen injury popped up and occurred with him, so Dante Koya will be taking the hill instead, and they are going to have their hands full with Chase Petty. So first thing that the Chiefs are going to have to figure out is a way to get themselves on base to start this one. Wouldn't be surprised here if Coach has them lined up to potentially try to work the count, but that one might be a bit of a tall order, at least taller than they may think. All right, so Petty continues to warm up, and we will step aside as we wait for leadoff hitter Skylar Lumberg. As Cole Campbell throws down, and we are ready to go finally here in Linwood. All right, leading off for the Chiefs is Skylar Lumberg, and away we go. First pitch in, swing and a miss. Like the aggression by Lumberg, and growing up, coming up through the Little League ranks, these guys have faced off in All-Stars time and again. Petty winds and fires, that one misses low and away, evens the count at 1-1. Petty delivers. Swing and a miss. Big time velo. We'll get some readings from some of the scouts throughout this broadcast. As Petty now works ahead, 1-2. And that right there is the hardest part of facing Chase Petty. Hard enough, the velo that he throws, but to be down 1-2, knowing that he has a disgusting slider is worse. Breaking ball. Pyre says that one missed. Up. It's now 2-2. Petty fires again. Slider breaks low. Now evens the count at 2-2. That ball right down the middle, and that is the first strikeout looking for Petty. So stepping in will be number 5, second baseman Trey Carano. That ball is grounded out into the shortstop. Nice play. So that's that's Sharp to Ajijian. My apologies there as the Baseball Tonight theme blares out on the phone. Not realizing that we are live. Speaking of live, how about Chase Petty's arm? So far, 98 miles an hour. Thanks to Eddie Charlton of the Baseball Performance Center. Got his hands on either his own stalker or choosing one of the 35 that might be readily available. So the ground out by Carano brings up Riley Betts. Also being told that Petty's slider came in at 81 miles an hour, so a 17-mile-an-hour differential is laundromat worthy. Dirty and disgusting. Here's the pitch. That ball in for a called strike. Winds and fires yet again. Oh, Lord, that had some life on it. So that ball, even as Petty kind of looks down at his hand, he couldn't believe how much that ball rose up. But the one thing he's not afraid to do is get long, lean back, and let it go. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. His second strikeout of the inning. The Chiefs go down in order as the Mustangs head to bat. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on, 2 strikeouts. It's time for the Mustangs to exchange those gloves for bats, and we'll be right back from Mainland. All right, and we are back here as Dante Koya takes the hill for the Buena Chiefs, and leading off will be number 23, Mark Elliott. Starts the game in center field. As Koya fires, the ball misses up and away. All right, even count now, 1-1 to Mark Elliott. Koya fires, ball misses low. His battery mate behind the dish is Frank Pantaleone. And again, delivery from Koya. Ball fouled off down the third base side and way out of play. Quite the crowd gathering for Petty Day, as they like to call it. The barbecue is going. Burgers are grilling. You can smell them, and probably going to be worth grabbing one soon. All right, so now Koya delivers 2-2. That ball misses inside. It's a full count to the leadoff hitter, Mark Elliott. And swings and fouls it straight back. Elliott seems to have a certain location in mind. He wasn't happy with himself after the Sultan swing at that one. There is a good look at Mark Elliott. Winds and fires. Hammers that ball down to the second baseman. It's going to be Carano over to Pantaleone, and an out as he actually drops the ball. So correction on that one already. A little bit of jitters perhaps from the Chiefs lineup. So Elliott will reach on the error. And that will bring up Chase Petty. The senior that has been doing quite well with the bat. Last game had a 2-run bomb, approximately 400 feet, landed just to the side of the dugout over on the JV field. Winds and fires. That ball misses away. Petty ahead now, 1-0. Koya fires again. That ball is up. Mark Elliott. No interest in going anywhere just yet over there at first base. Getting the signs from head coach Billy Kern and Mike Edwards, first base coach. Now 2-0. Chase Petty hammers the ball out into right field. It's going to be in the gap, right center. Well, way back, Elliott at third. Petty's going to be in at second. He's going to stretch it for 3. Elliott on his way home, and there's not going to be a chance to catch that man. Number 4, Chase Petty, showing off the wheels. So, a lot of people asking why this kid wants to be in the lineup in his senior year, and that smile right there just about says it all. You're not going to get a guy to run much faster around the base pass than that guy. Lord, love a duck. Chase Petty. So his first at bat is an RBI triple that scores Mark Elliott. And that'll bring Brody Levin to the plate. And he hammers one out to right field, going back and making the ball's going to drop. So just like that, Levin scores Petty. And that one is going to be a Chiefs miscue leading to another run. And it doesn't get any easier for Dante Koya as Cole Campbell, starting catcher and cleanup hitter of this lethal Mustang lineup, digs into the right-handed batter's box. So the Mustangs already holding on to a 2-0 lead as Koya winds and fires, and that ball is popped up foul and out of play down the right field side. As it plays ping pong with some of the cars out there on New Road. So, I don't know, but for some reason that safe light repair, safe light replace just jingled in my head. So, Koya winds and fires yet again. That ball is left up. Now 1-1 to the catcher, Cole Campbell. And the Mustangs out to a 2-0 lead with nobody out. As Koya looks in for the sign. And Campbell going to step out. Winds and fires. Ball is fouled straight back into the screen. It's Brody Levin still out there at second base. And Koya fires yet again. Campbell peppers one. That one's foul down the right field line. Has people in stadium seats almost falling out of their chairs. That was a rocket. All right, now 1-2 as Dante Koya looks into Pantaleon for the sign, as you see Levin at second, and that one's up and in. Going to even the count at 2. So there's one thing the Chiefs really were looking to do from a keys of the game standpoint, was to make the routine plays, try to eliminate these extra at-bats. And swing and a miss as Koya strikes out Campbell. So nice pitch there, handcuffed the catcher. And more importantly, puts an out on the board for Buena. The right fielder, Clayton Sands, steps in. And now, Koya delivers again. Ball misses away. Good secondary aggressive lead there by Levin, but he's not going to go anywhere. It's turned out to be an absolutely phenomenal Tuesday afternoon from a weather standpoint. Koya trying to manage the run game, steps off the mound, and the shortstop Riley Betts trying to keep Levin honest. Called strike, 1-1 now to Clayton Sands. You can see Coach Harry Gross firing away, giving the signs of his catcher Pantaleone. Koya fires. That ball is fisted to second base, and that's going to be a putout. Carano to Pantaleone. Now 2 outs. Levin moves up to third base. Nice job there by the second baseman. And after the 4-3 put out, it's going to bring up Sam Wood. And Wood chops one through the side, third base, not going to get it, and that will be an RBI single. So Wood wasting no time. He'll plate Levin, add a run for the Mustangs, and it is 3-0. So first baseman Alex Ajijian will now step in. Checks the runner at first. Not going to get him. That ball there is fouled away. So 1 strike now after the foul ball to Ajijian. A little bit of a different setup for our BFA sports squad as we're out here with the coach's view, as that one is fouled down the right field side, just off the first base dugout fence. So again, we're out here in center field, providing what a lot of people want to see, and that is always the case when Chase Petty takes the hill. So giving a bit of a abbreviated broadcast. We're calling it the BFA Scout Cam. As Koya, 1-2 count. Ball's hit right back at him. Koya fields his position over to Pantaleone, and that will retire Ajijian. But not before the Mustangs are able to put 3 on the board. So after a Chase Petty RBI triple and a Sam Wood RBI single, the Mustangs lead 3-0 after 1. All right, and we're back here in Linwood. Heading to the top of the second. Chase Petty is on the hill. And he was sitting 95 to 98 on his fastball in the first inning. 81 on the slider as he winds and fires to Charlie Sagliambenni. First pitch strike, and I was talking to Coach Harry prior to the game, and Petty continues to fire. Now down 0-2. Instead of changing the whole lineup, as you're supposed to have Shukovsky, he decided to roll with it. Straight change in the lineup and give Sagliambenni a chance to back cleanup here against Chase Petty. Why not? Petty fires. That ball just misses. Matter of fact, why not? Call that a strikeout. Nice breaking pitch slider there as we're another strikeout in the books. Dante Koya, the opposing pitcher, now digs in. Fires. Dirty slider, low and away, misses swinging. Petty fires yet again. Called strike just below the knees. Now 0-2. Petty has him on the ropes as he continues to work at a high tempo. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Laundromat special. Petty off the corner with the dirty slider. And that's his second strikeout of the inning. His fourth on the afternoon. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Matt Carugno. Petty fires again. Swing and a miss. Looks like he's staying on the gas. Fires again. Pounds the zone. Strike two. As Petty still throwing 95 miles an hour this inning. And that 50-50 pitch just misses. Now 1-2. Petty fires. Punches him out. Strike three. That one of the looking variety. So Petty strikes out the side. That's 5 of the first 6 batters he's faced. Been retired, as you can see on the BFA strikeout counter up there in the corner. We will step away from Mainland as they come to bat here in the bottom of the second with a 3-0 lead. And we're back here as the Mustangs ready to bat in the bottom of the second inning. Leading things off will be the left fielder, Joe Sheeran. Koya, first pitch, up and out of the zone. Joe Sheeran now heading the count. 1 ball, no strikes. As Koya fires. Called strike, 1-1. As he fires it again. Hacks that ball foul into the Buena dugout. Sure, now 1-2 in the count versus Koya. And he's had quite a nice start of things going on. You're good. You're good. No camera, man. You're good. All right, as Sheeran dribbler back to Koya, over to first base to Pantaleone. That'll retire the leadoff hitter in this second inning of play. And got to give a shout out to the NBC Sports Philly squad who are out here shooting some footage. Of course, our guy Rob Questner always on the scene when it comes to the South Jersey high school baseball. I don't know if we actually got the flyby that we ordered. That was a little late. It was supposed to come, I think, across around the beginning where the national anthem, so they might be a little bit late, but nonetheless, I mean, you got a little bit of everything here on Chase Petty Day. All right, so after Sheeran is retired, that brings up Luke Sharp, starting at shortstop, and he's down, no balls and a strike, as he fouls the ball over the right field side of play. And I love the patience that Koya is showing here. So he knows where he's at in the lineup. Although it's a star-studded Mainland Mustang offense, the fact of the matter is you have a couple of young guys at the bottom of the lineup, and this is important to try to at least induce them into ground ball outs as Koya continues to stay ahead in the count. Now he's 1-2 as he continues to work against Luke Sharp. Now Koya winds and fires. That ball misses down in the dirt. Pantaleone will go to recover it. And a bit of a tough inning. I think the Chiefs were feeling the jitters with all of these scouts with radar guns, and you got television cameras from throughout. But now it seems to be they've kind of caught their breath a little and settled in. That ball misses up and in, and now a full count to Sharp. Now with the full count, Koya fires and Sharp straight back into the screen. It really has the feeling of old school Americana, as we'll call it. So people are spread out like Texas, a lot of stadium chairs and soccer chairs and the like. You got the grill going. People just enjoying this fantastic weather, as this has been a bit of a nostalgic year so far. And that ball is fouled straight back into the screen. And it's always nice when you have a hometown kid in a position to do big things. And Chase Petty continues to bring this community together and along for the ride, smiling all the way as continue to work here in the bottom of the inning. And that's a grounder over to third. Little hot to handle for Lumberg, and he's going to reach. So Luke Sharp going to find his way on to the bases, and it appears that my phone wants to ring every single time that a hit is actually put into play. I can't quite figure it out. All right, so back to the top of the lineup now for Mark Elliott, who reached on a error in his first at-bat, but he did score a run. Koya fires. Ball's in for a first pitch strike. Nice job there by Dante Koya. So you can kind of take a look now at Sharp trying to stretch out his lead. And he fires up and away. So now a 1-1 count to the leadoff hitter, Mark Elliott, one of South Jersey's best center fielders. And that's really important as well, as you have a teammate that's getting a lot of eyes in that lineup. Opportunity as Elliott, fly ball to going to pop it up to shallow center field, but making the way back is Betts. He'll put the squeeze on. And that'll record yet another out. So 2 down here in the second. And that'll bring up Chase Petty. Petty, who tripled in his first at-bat. Knocked in the first RBI of the ballgame. And as much of a flamethrower he's been on the hill, his bat has been equally as hot, and that ball gets away. And that's going to allow Sharp to scoot into second base. And you can see the fans that have the strikeout counter going in right field for Chase Petty. And another pitch from Koya. Fires, and that one's hammered into the left field corner. It's going to get by the left fielder, and look at him go. Again, Petty, he's going to have a stand-up double at second base and yet another RBI. So the laser show continues for the guy with the hottest bat in the Mustang lineup as of late. And he just happens to be the same guy with the hottest arm. So have yourself a day at the plate. Chase Petty now 2 for 2 with a double and a triple. So that'll bring up Brody Levin. Levin had reached on an error in the first. Koya fires. And that ball is popped up into shallow right field. Going back is Pantaleone, and he's not going to be able to grab it. And that is a foul ball. So life remains here for Brody Levin. And on a baseball karma standpoint, that's going to be one of the ones that you may want back. Nothing worse than seeing one of those balls that maybe had an opportunity to make a play, and now you give him another pitch. All right, so Mustangs leading by 4 with 2 outs. Petty out there on second as Koya looks back in, and he gets timeout called on him. So Brody Levin looking to break up the tempo. And away we go. Here comes Koya. That ball misses in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1. Oh, yeah. Again, as reset the action. I want to give a shout out to the NBC Sports Philly squad. And if you didn't see the 5-part series on the NFL draft, that ball is hammered out into left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. All the way back to the wall is going to be Strauss. He's not going to be able to get it, but holding up at second base is going to be Levin. So just talked about it. One of those balls that fell into dead man's land. You were hoping you might be able to put the squeeze on. That ends up being another RBI double. So the catcher, Cole Campbell, now will come to play. First pitch in for a called strike. Campbell looking for some revenge. A dish served best cold, as he is the only strikeout victim thus far of Dante Koya. He wides and fires. Breaking pitch. Called for a strike on the outside corner. So Cole Campbell looking as if you might need a chiropractic adjustment with the way he's kind of craning his neck as he's not really excited about that last one. Here comes Koya. Ball hammered into the Buena face of the dugout. And he's still down 0-2 as he continues the battle. Koya fires again. That ball is left up. And again, Levin with 2 outs, hoping to do what his other 2 teammates had, and that's switch places with the guy over there at home plate. It's back-to-back doubles by Petty and Levin have stretched this lead now to 5 for Mainland. Koya fires again. Ball up and in. Misses. 1-2. Campbell, big-time power hitter, done a phenomenal job defensively receiving for the flame-throwing Chase Petty. But his bat and being a cleanup hitter, this Mustang offense has really turned heads and gotten him a lot of attention from some college coaches. As Koya fires again. That ball fouled straight back into the screen. Want to give a shout out to our friend Joe Bunning and the Bunning Family Pharmacy. Big supporters of South Jersey baseball as well. And Joe Bunning is the new president of the new league, the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. Going to feature a lot of the highly talented high school and collegiate players, along with some pros. Former pros, that is. So still an even count at 2-2, as the Mustangs and that dugout have a lot to be pretty fired up about thus far. Already out to a 5-0 lead. Here's a pitch. And that ball misses, and that actually was ball 4. So now the Mustangs with runners at the corners. I'm going to have Campbell retire to the dugout for a courtesy runner. And Clayton Sands is going to come to bat. Taking a warm-up hack. Be interesting to see if Coach Billy Kern tries to send his runner to second base with that open bag. Koya fires. Chopper, short. Bet's going to take the tough hop over to Pantaleone, and he's got the play. So a 6-3 putout will end the inning, but the Mustangs add 2 more runs on the board thanks to back-to-back doubles from Petty and Levin. We head to the top of the 3rd. You're watching high school baseball on BFA Sports. All right, we're ready for the third inning. As you see here, Buena has Pantaleone, Strauss, and Pantaleone coming up. The 7, 8, 9 hitters as Chase Petty continues to get loose. And he already has 5 strikeouts through 2 innings. And he's going to go back to work. You can see our BFA Petty Day strikeout counter there at the top of your screen. And digging in is the first baseman, Anthony Pantaleone. Gets ready to face Chase Petty. Whew. Fires. Flames inside. He's got Pantaleone down 0-1. And that ball is fouled down the third base side, out of play. Now 0-2. That first pitch fastball was clocked at 93 miles an hour. Petty winds and fires again. Swing and a miss. And what else? He struck him out. It's like deja vu all over again. So Petty, 5 strikeouts in a row and 6 of the first 7 batters he's faced. And that brings up the left fielder, Zach Strauss. Petty fires. Swing and a miss. Working ahead. There's our good buddy, Mike Frankel, over there for the Jersey Sports Zone. You can see him on the scaffolding. Petty winds and fires. That was nasty. That one had some bite in it. Petty's last fastball at 94 miles an hour. That pitch misses away. And I want to thank our friends at the Baseball Performance Center, Eddie Charlton, hitting us up with some of the velo that's coming in off the Scout radar guns. And his partner, as Petty fires yet again, pitching for another strike, Mike Adams just announced that he is on the Jersey Shore Blue Claws roster. So fantastic story continues to be written there. And wishing him nothing but the best of luck as the Blue Claws open up the season. Petty, fastball, corner, punch out. Put it in the book. So Strauss gets caught looking, 94 miles an hour. Goes right by him. And that'll bring up the other Pantaleone. This time the catcher, Frank, here in the top of the third inning. Winds and fires. Swing and a miss. And Petty consistently sitting at 94 on that last pitch. Fires it again. Oh, nice breaking ball. Comes back with the change. 0-2. As Petty has Pantaleone WWE on the top rope. Here comes the body slam. Dirty splitter. That ball sunk all the way into the corner. Now 1-2 to Pantaleone. Petty fires again. Ball fouled off of the Mainland dugout fence as Pantaleone continues the fight. And scores from around the league coming up here. As Petty fires. Can't get him to chase. That ball misses outside. So out at St. Augustine in the top of the second, the Hermits trailing the Hun School 2-0. Just covered the Hermits yesterday, and just as the rains fell, it was something to be seen. A very deep and talented, as always, St. Augustine lineup with C.J. Fury, who was on the hill, did a nice job. Petty fires. Inside corner? Maybe not. It is quite interesting. It feels as if we've seen a bit of Chase Petty pitching into what some might dub a college or a pro-size strike zone at times. Fires again. Swing and a miss. High heater strikes him out. So Petty, 8 strikeouts through 3 innings of work. And you see another K put up on the board. We are going to step away from Mainland. You're watching BFA Sports coverage of high school baseball. All right, and so start here in the bottom of the third. And right out of the gate, that was Sam Wood, who flew out to center field and got called into double duty as he swings and misses. And we have a new pitcher who's on the hill for Buena, and that is Cole Shover. So There's a ball hit by a Jujian into left field, but getting underneath of it now is a new defense. So moving around, that is Riley Betts. Riley Betts makes the squeeze, and now 2 outs. So we got called in a double duty. Want to, again, thank our friends at NBC 10, NBC Philadelphia. And that is Rob Questner and his crew, as they continue to do a fine job of covering. So we were asked to give a quick audio snippet. So that's why we're a little late coming out of the break. So my apologies there, but always willing to help out all these awesome kids across the South Jersey baseball landscape. So we're back to action as Joe Sheeran. He hammers one over to third base, coming across the diamond. 5-3 put out. And the Mustangs go down in order. So bring in the relief pitcher in Cole Shover. And the Mustangs now go right back into the field. So we will step aside and get ready to catch some more baseball as the Chiefs come to bat here in the top of the 4th. All right, we are back, and you are looking at the Chase Petty strikeout counter. And why not? He has retired 18 of the last 19 batters that he's faced. Just checking out with Rob Questner of NBC 10 Philly. And, wow. And now he's already got 8 of the first 9 batters that he's faced have struck out. So now Skylar Lumberg leads things off here in the 4th. Petty fires. First pitch in for a strike. Petty fires yet again. That ball is peppered foul. Petty will run over to retrieve it. Probably, well, not even asking for another ball. All right. No, I've said it 100 times. How do you not love a kid who just smiles ear to ear as if he's like playing in the backyard every time he touches the ball? This dude is having a good time, but he's equally as fired up. All right, so now 0-2 count. Petty fires. Ball upstairs. Doesn't get the call. Oh, nice filthy breaking pitch. And, well, okay. Okay. That's all I can say about that one. Petty fires again, 2-2. That ball is fouled straight back. Lumberg doing a nice job battling here. And Chase Petty, that was 96 miles an hour. So he's been sitting at 95 most of the afternoon. He's topped out thus far at 98, and that one was 96, thanks to our friends at the BPC. And Skylar is just going to walk away knowing that that one was equally dirty, as Petty cuts the corner and registers another strikeout. So Trey Carano now digs in. And Carano with a base knock up the middle. So he'll be the Chiefs' first guy to get on base, and the first one in a long time, as Petty, after his no-hitter, has retired, let's see, 21, do the math, 31 batters in a row. Finally gives up a base hit. So Trey Carano. And it's funny. You know, these are the kind of moments that you kind of laugh and live for, as the Buena Braves dugout and fans kind of almost erupted as if they just won Game 7 of the World Series, because it's nearly impossible these days to barrel one up. And the fans following on YouTube right now are sounding off in the chat room much the same. Disbelief. So good job there by Trey Carano. Something he'll be able to talk about for years to come. All right, and that brings up Riley Betts. So Betts fouls off that offering. Petty goes to pick off Carano. Rifles one that gets away from his first baseman, Ajijian. And again, Petty with 9 strikeouts through 3 1/3. Winds and fires. Pounds one in. Another strike called. Now 0-2. Again, Petty checking Carano. Fires. Breaking pitch. Fouled off. Interesting to see some of the strategy of these hitters. You have some helpless-looking swings, anything to stay alive in the count. And Petty, there's one thing he's going to do, it's send Carano home with a dirty uniform after giving up that hit. Gotta love that competitive spirit. That ball hammered down the third base side. It's going to be a base hit. So back-to-back hits for the Chiefs. That one by Riley Betts down the third base side. And that'll bring up, with one out, the center fielder, Charlie Sangliambeni. I got to say, I'm kind of laughing, almost entertained, as Chase Petty Day turns into almost like Paul Bunyan type of stories. And everybody always giving their best effort, but he takes it all in stride. As he continues to go to work now against Sangliambeni. Winds and fires. Ball misses up. You know, there's been a lot of dialogue and a lot of debate, and I think the umpire has done a nice job being consistent, but it does appear that, you know, Petty is pitching against a different kind of strike zone. And I'll probably take heat for saying that with the Umpires Association, but it does. Oh, and Cole Campbell trying to get a runner sleeping, and he ends up throwing the ball all the way into right field, and that one is going to allow a run scored. So that run scored is not going to necessarily be earned, but nonetheless, Trey Carano puts the Chiefs on the board. And that will also allow Riley Betts to move over into second. All right, now Sangliambeni finds himself ahead 2-0 to Chase Petty. Petty looks and delivers. And actually that ended up being ball 4. So Sangliametti gets on to first. And now Carano Riley Betts, that is, over at second base. Swing and a miss. Fired first pitch to Dante Koya. Is a heater. And Koya struck out in his first at bat. Was also the starting pitcher today for Buena. And he'll pop one out to right field. Going back is Sands, who will make the squeeze, but the runners will hold. So F9 goes in the book with 2 outs. And the designated hitter, Matt Carugno, will step in. And Carugno, with 2 outs and 2 runners on, has a chance to chip away at his Mustang lead. That pitch misses outside. And I would say it's been a long while since Petty has looked around and actually seen multiple base runners on. And he gets him to chase that one. Swing and a miss. Now 1-1 to Carugno. Petty looks and fires. And that ball is chopped back to Petty. He's going to field his own position. And they're going to get the 1-3 putout. So after 2 hits and a walk, the Chiefs cash in on an unearned run. Petty puts another strikeout in the books. So with 1 run scored, 2 runners left on, and 1 more strikeout, the Mustangs are going to come to bat. Sharp, Elliott, and Petty when we return. All right, and so we are back in action as the Mustangs are here with a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th, with Luke Sharp leading things off as the relief pitcher, Cole Shover, comes back in for his 2nd inning of work after retiring Mainland in order in his last frame. And now it is a 1-2 count to Luke Sharp, who reached on an error in his first at-bat. Winds and fires. That ball is flared out into the second base. Not going to be a problem as Trey Carano with the squeeze. And Sharp gets the F for putout. Now 0 for 2. So the Mustangs battle their way back to the top of the lineup, and that is going to bring up Mark Elliott. Elliott, who reached on an error in his first at bat, and he flew out to short, but he has scored a run. He's going to try to re-spark these Mustangs. Takes the first offering by Shover in for a ball. Now Elliott looks in another pitch, showing a bit more patience. He was a bit aggressive in his first two at-bats. I'm imagining a conversation with Coach Billy Kern. Said, remember, you're the leadoff guy. We need to get you on. And that pitch in for a strike, so Shover able to cash in on the free one. Switches the count from 3-0 to 3-1. Quick look there at Coach Billy Kern. Shover fires. That ball misses, and Elliott will make his way down to first base with the walk here in the fourth. And that'll bring up Chase Petty, who has tripled and doubled in this one with 2 RBIs to boot. He is the starting pitcher. And that ball is fired down to second base, sliding in, but gunned down is Mark Elliott. So Pantaleone showing off the cannon. And he races Elliott. So now Petty will have nobody on as he puts the bat back in his hand with 2 outs here in the fourth. So the Buena Chiefs showing some feistiness. They're keeping themselves in this one. Healthy hack by Petty, all in the breaking ball. And you got to appreciate a moment like this for Shover. A kid that is, to be fair, unknown. But he's going to give it his all, and he's done a great job so far in relief to help these Chiefs stay in it. And he's now continuing to work 2-1 against Petty. And Petty hammers one out to deep left field, but not going to be enough this time around as the squeeze by Sangliambetti. So they retire Petty, and they're going to go back with the bats, trailing 5-1 as they head to the top of the fifth here in Linwood. All right, we're back here for the top of the fifth as Petty continues to get loose. And it looks like we got quite a few fans here on BFA Sports having some fun on the YouTube chat. So keep that one going. And by all means, for those of you who don't know me, it's Doug Stasic. So I'm calling this one. And believe it or not, I'm from Vineland. So I'm an equal fan of Buena and Mainland. Played a lot of All-Stars, coached a lot of these Buena kids. So, but I love hearing the chatter out there on YouTube. So keep that going. Certainly is Chase Petty Day, a kid that grew up in Millville, played All-Stars against a lot of these Buena kids. So another good local connection for those of you who don't know the story as he continues to go to work. And that there is a first pitch fouled off offering to the first baseman, Anthony Pantaleone. Guy that has faced Petty many a times when they were just little tykes. Petty fires again. Swing and a miss. Now Petty continues to fire. Breaking ball. Down in the dirt. It's 1-2. Petty continues to wind it up and, well, punch that one out. Right down Broadway. That one is a backwards K looking. His 10th of the game, and that's going to bring up Zach Strauss. Actually, that is now going to bring up the relief pitcher who subbed in. That's Cole Shover. So Shover in the lineup for Strauss. And Shover done a very good job in his own right out there on the hill. As he ended up retiring the Mustangs 6 in a row. And he hammers one over to second. It's going to be Levin, the Agigian, and that one is in the books. So catcher Frank Pantaleone, who struck out in his last at-bat in the third inning, he'll step in with 2 outs. And Petty winds and fires. Healthy hack. Oh, swing and a miss. Nice breaking pitch by Petty. As he continues to deal. As he fouls that one. Now 0-2 to Pantaleone. Oh, dirty, dirty, and dirty. So he's probably got a pile of quarters in that back pocket because he's going to need to take himself to the laundromat with that filth. So Chase Petty puts another one in the books, his 11th strikeout on the afternoon. We are headed to the bottom of the fifth at Mainland High School. We'll be back with Brody Levin, Cole Campbell, and Clayton Sands due up for the Mustangs. All right, welcome back. You're watching BFA Sports coverage of high school baseball. Give us a follow on Twitter at TWIBaseballSJ, and of course at BFA Livestream for BFA Sports. Doug Stasic here in center field for this battle between the Buena Chiefs and the Mainland Mustangs. We're going to lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth with Brody Levin. Levin is 1 for 2 as he doubled with an RBI in his last at-bat back in the second. And Cole Shover, he is your pitcher who's now in relief for Buena. Done a fantastic job, and 6 Mustangs in a row have gone down. And he now falls a bit behind, 2-1. To the second baseman, Brody Levin. Fires another pitch. And I think one thing I've noticed so far about Shover is just he's not afraid to mix up the pitches. Doing a nice job with a lot of the off-speed, trying to keep Mainland off balance. More importantly, give the Chiefs a fighting chance. That one there is chopped over to third. That one's going to go down to first. And a nice play. So good job by the Chiefs defense. There are some defensive changes to Buena, but being where we're sitting, we're not privy to them. So we'll try to catch up as we can. Not sure if that's still Skylar Lumberg over there at third base. All right, so Levin's in the books. It's going to bring up the catcher, Cole Campbell, as he turns on one. That one's foul into the hamburger stand. Some good grilling, by the way, out here at Mainland. Did a fantastic job. The coaches versus cancer. I found myself struggling to actually walk by when I had the starting lineups in my hand there, Ryan Schumacher. And he fires again. Shover's pitch just misses away. And just as I resisted getting one of those burgers, Campbell resisted wanting to swing at that outside offering from Shover. And he wides and fires. And he fouls that one back. So taking a look over at the YouTube chat on our BFA live stream. Shout out to Zach Wyatt, Bloomsburg University pitcher. Hope all is going well. Very admirable of Wyatt continuing to battle, as it seems like got clipped with the injury bug a few times, but I'm pretty sure you got the vaccine for that one, pal, and looking forward to seeing you throw the ball real soon. All right, Shover delivers again. Ball is in the dirt. Pent to Leone, keeps it in front. And Cole Campbell doing a little bit of window shopping right now as he looks for that pitch that he wants to cash in on. Shover delivers, and Campbell smashes one to left field, gets over Betts' head. Campbell on his horse to second, and he's thinking about third, but he'll hold there. So big-time shot there by Cole Campbell as he hammered one as if he were an Ace Hardware. So Clayton Sands is going to come to the plate, and it seems like Cole Campbell is going to be left out there to run for now. No, I stand corrected. Maybe not. He's just headed back to first base coach Mike Edwards to give him his gear. Looks like he's taking out his wallet, car keys, batting gloves, oven mitt. All right, so now Cole Campbell with the double, and that clears the way for Clayton Sands. Clayton Sands, the right fielder, trying to switch places and push out this lead from 4-5 for the Mustangs. As he hits the ball, it's going to be a sharp grounder, but no play, and it looks like they're going to try to Cole Campbell sleeping, but not in time. So Dante Koya with a nice defensive play, just didn't have a chance to get a throw off. And that sand single will put runners at the corners. Bringing up Sam Wood. So Sam Wood is 1 for 2 as he has a single and an RBI. And again, I know a lot of you folks that have watched our BFA live stream are used to multiple camera angles, but on what we're calling Scout Day, we got our lights set up. So that ball hammered out into left field. That's going to drop into Betts for a base hit. He's going to try to get a force out at second. So he comes up throwing hard, and, man, Sands had a hustle. That was going to be an RBI. So Wood continuing to stack up the RBI on the Wood pile. And that is now a 6-1 lead for Mainland as Alex Ajijian steps in. 0 for 2 thus far on the afternoon. He's got Sands at second. He's got Wood at first. And Shover is ahead in the count with 1 strike. And that ball is peppered through the right side. Gets by Carano. It's going to be another single. But that one's also going to score Sands. Gets a good jump. So an RBI single for Alex Ajijian. Another guy who, in the first game of the season against Holy Spirit, had his number called as an unfortunate injury to Nick Wagner, who was the starting first baseman. He had a shoulder labrum injury. And that has allowed Ajijian to find his way into the Mainland lineup, and he's done a very admirable job. And right there, proven why, as he gets an RBI single, stretching the lead to 7-1. Joe Sheeran stepping into the plate, one of the standout underclassmen of the 2021 season. A couple weekends ago as Sheeran hammers one to center field. That one's coming right at us, but making the squeeze is going to be Charlie Sangliambeni, and that's going to have the runners holds. Sheeran flies out to dead center field. It'll be the second out of the inning, and now Luke Sharp, the starting shortstop, comes to bat. And it looks like we have a pinch hitter for the Mustangs. We'll replace Luke Sharp, and that is Noah Myers. And Shover's first pitch is in the dirt, but a good block. And that will leave Wood at second base. So Noah Myers. Oh, pickoff play, and I think he's got him, and he does. Great move by Shover as he does the picket fence. He gets Wood, ends the threat, but not before Mainland picks up 2 in the frame, and the lead as they head to bat the bottom of the 6th is going to be 7-1. You are watching BFA Sports coverage of Cape Atlantic League Baseball. All right, welcome back. Looks like Coach Harry Gross is making some lineup changes, and I'm assuming we're going to see a couple of potential pinch hitters here, so we'll do our best to keep you in the loop of who is who, but it is going to be a tall order as they're going to face that man, Chase Petty, who has been quite dominant again here on this wonderful Tuesday afternoon. And Petty, already with 11 strikeouts through 5 innings of work, is going to go back to work. And he's going to face off against number 12. Looks like he's pinch hitting for Skylar Lumberg. And that is Brandon Strauss. Petty fires another pitch down and inside, swing and a miss. 1-1. As he winds and fires, swing and a miss again. Make that 1-2. Petty's got him on the ropes. Just misses low and away on the outside corner. Matter of fact, why not? Ring him up. Looks like I missed. So Petty now with 12 strikeouts on the afternoon. And that'll bring up Trey Carano. Seems to me the umpire a little bit on the delay call there. So I look down at the book. Petty leads with the breaking pitch. 1-0. That ball misses. Petty fires. Ball fouled out of play, right field side. Now 2-1 count. He fires again. Called strike. Man, I feel like I'm getting hypnotized sometimes by the little bit of a delay call there by the umpire. Certainly not working at Dunkin' Donuts with that speed. All right, and there's a swing and a miss, and he struck him out. So Petty, 13th strikeout on the afternoon. And that will likely bring up Riley Betts, who started at short, moved over to left field. And he's going to try to get comfortable, perhaps change Petty's tempo. Petty winds and fires. Fouled off. The breaking ball. And Betts gets ready for the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. If only the bat was 2 inches longer. Now Petty has him down 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And that one's grounded over to Wood. Wood crossed the diamond to Ajijian. And the Chiefs go down in order here in the 6th. Still trail the Chiefs. Still trail the Mustangs. 7-1. All right, and that'll bring up Luke Sharp. So actually, it's funny, Noah Myers had appeared. And that one is grounded out to Pantaleone. He'll make the 3U unassisted play. I was just about to say, Noah Myers was up the last at bat when Wood was caught stealing or picked off. So then, therefore, Luke Sharp re-entered the game. So it is Luke Sharp in the 6th. And now we're back to the top of the lineup, and this is Mark Elliott. So Elliott, 0 for 2 with a walk on the afternoon, but with a run scored. And your new pitcher for Buena is number 25, Jeremiah Myers. So again, Coach Harry Gross looking to switch things up. And that ball bounced in. I think Elliott's going to do his best to claim it didn't hit him, as he wants to swing the bat. Winds and fires. Oof, nice breaking pitch. That one bit low as it bounces out. Winds and fires. Ball left up. Now 3-1. And winds and fires it again. That ball flared foul. Those tuning in, Chase Petty, he has been sitting consistently all day long at 95. Topped out at 98. His slider's been recorded at 81. But right now you're looking at Jeremiah Myers, a relief pitcher here for Buena. But you can see on the YouTube chat some questions. As he fires on the breaking pitch, and he's punched out. So a nice, crafty pitch there by Jeremiah Myers as he gets Elliott. And that'll bring up Chase Petty. Petty is 2 for 3 on the afternoon with a double, a triple, and 2 RBI. Go along with his 13 strikeouts on the hill. Oh, and he lasers one to left field corner. That ball is going to hit chalk. And Petty going to easily get in for the stand-up double, and it went by the fence. So that'll be a ground rule double. And it appears Petty is going to jog back to retrieve his bat, as they're claiming that one was foul, as we are in a weird position knowing that we're only out in center field. So thought that one drew chalk, but in fact, it's just a long strike. As Myers. I don't think that's Myers. That is Jeremiah Dowdy. So my apologies. His pitcher is Jeremiah Dowdy. And he is doing a nice job getting the first 2 Mustang batters. He got Sharp to ground out to first, and then the strikeout to Elliott. And he's even 1-1 to Chase Petty. That ball hits the dirt. Ball 2. Dowdy winds and fires. Petty flies one to center field, but making the catch is number 11, and that is Henry Koya. So Petty retired. It's his second fly out to center field, and that'll end the frame. So Mainland still leading 7-1 as we head to the top of the 7th. You're watching BFA sports coverage of high school baseball All right, we head to the top of the 7th as Buena will have Charlie Sangliambetti scheduled to lead off. Sangliambetti so far has walked and struck out versus Chase Petty, who's got 13 strikeouts through 6 innings. And that does, in fact, look like we have a change. And that ball is peppered foul. And that changes that center fielder who popped in. That's Henry Koya. So Henry Koya in defensively the last inning for Sangliambetti. He'll lead things off here in the 7th, fouling off that first pitch from Chase Petty. And he just misses the outside corner. 1-1. Again, that was a slow transition from the umpire. That ball definitely missed. 2-1 now to Henry Koya. He winds and fires. Now 3-1. As Petty winds and fires again, and that ball is fouled back into the screen. So Henry Koya continue a nice job battling. And the Chiefs down a bit here. And that one is going to be a punch out. Strike 3 called. And that is number 14 on the strikeout chart for Chase Petty. So now Dante Koya steps in. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Started this game out pitching and then moved over to shortstop as Campbell and Petty look to talk things over. That ball down in the dirt.
Do you have the webcam up or no? It's frozen. It's frozen?
All right, and here comes Petty. All right, now 2-0 to Koya. That pitch hits for a strike. That ball fouled out of play down the right field line. And now Petty looking down to Campbell at 2-2. Swing and a miss. That ball bounces away. Campbell going to try to shoot him out. And good stretch. But a good hustle. So Ajijian not able to make the play. And that hard 90 is going to afford Koya an opportunity to stay there despite the 15th strikeout on the afternoon. as the number of Ks continues to add up on the fence. And we also have our strikeout counter graphic going today, as Coach Harry Gross now makes a change to the lineup, and that appears to be number 21 for Buena. And that's Dom Caraballo. So Coach Gross putting in a pinch hitter. Or actually, Caraballo is in the game defensively in right field, so he's just going to hit now for Matt Carugno. Petty fires. First pitch in for a strike here with one out. Petty fires again. Ball thrown down to second base. Not in time as Koya steals second. I do believe that was a strike on the call. So Koya heads up base running. And now Caraballo down 0-2. Love the competitive spirit in Koya. And he punches him out. So again, nice work here by Petty, and a unique opportunity that he has 3 strikeouts in the frame, but because of the ball that broke in the dirt allowed Koya to get to first base, the inning continues with 2 outs, and that is number 13, Anthony Pantaleone, who is struck out twice in his first 2 at-bats against Petty this afternoon. And he winds and fires. Just misses. Now 2-0. Petty gonna change his cleat and it looks, or tighten up his laces on his cleat. That is. Just saw the ice cream truck roll by. Somewhere my brother from another, Al Fisher, is losing his mind, realizing he's not here for the fantastic grilled burgers or ice cream truck at Mainland High School. It's Petty. Pitch just misses inside, and now 3-0. As Petty looks to cash in on the free pitch. That ball in for a strike. Now 3-1 with 2 outs. Petty winds and fires. Ball foul back into the screen. So now the full house, full count. 3-2, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 7th. Petty deep breath, fires, and that ball misses. That will be a walk, only the 2nd walk of the game. This one goes to Pantaleone. So the pitcher, Jeremiah Dowdy, steps in. He entered, did a real nice job on the hill in the last frame, put the Mustangs down in order. He takes the first pitch offering from Petty for a cold strike. Petty fires again. Grounder. That one's foul. Gigi will scoop it up, but not in play. So it's 0-2. Good look at Kevin Minnick, who's also on site this fine afternoon. See him getting ready to write the story, as well as Jersey Sports Zone, Mike Frankel recording. Dowdy, a pitcher himself, has a good chuckle, as he wasn't expecting that breaking pitch. And away we go. Chase Petty. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that will put this one in the books. It is a 7-1 victory for the Mustangs. And for Chase Petty, his final line on this complete game is 17 strikeouts, allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, and 0 earned runs. The fireballer remains to be must-see on the mound, and one of the nation's top prospects. We just saw this morning the Prep Baseball Report. He is on the National Player of the Year watch list, powered by Big League Chew. But we want to thank all of you for tuning in for this one, as the Mustangs do win it 7-1 here on BFA Sports. Please give us a follow if you don't subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's BFA Live Sports on YouTube. And you can always follow us on Twitter at TWIBaseballSJ. Want to thank our producer, Ryan Schumacher, along with our stellar camera guys, Charles Hope and Mr. James Mooney. I'm Doug Stasic. And again, thank you for watching our coverage of high school baseball here on BFA. We can't wait to see you play ball.